I bought this plywood board, but it's not the right one. So you can see imprints. So what I'm gonna do, I have to remove it. It's extra work, but I have to do it. I'm using this grinder with sandpaper on it. Now I'm doing a wood filler, filling the nail holes and other imperfections. So this is the door I need to remove. I already removed the trims from inside. You can see this is the outside of the door. Before removing the door, I need to separate the door frame from drywall and the paint, because it can damage the drywall and the paint. So this is the door frame. So that way it can easily remove the door. So that's the next step, is to remove. So I already removed the screws. Now need to remove this door first, because it's really sticking to the frame. Doesn't move easily, so I have to find out why it's not easy to remove. Frame is too tight, so I had to use this saw to cut the edges to make it loose. Now I can see it's easy to remove. I am installing the electrical plugs now. It's a pretty simple job. I am installing the last part of the wall. So this is the 1/4 inch plywood. So I have already installed this one. Now this piece I'm gonna measure it and cut it and install in here. Then all the plywood walls are done. I am installing the last wall piece. Okay, all the walls are nicely done. I am installing the last plywood piece for door frame. Before it was a door here, you can see now I removed the door. Now I'm covering with the plywood. So this is the last piece. Okay, that's better. I am going to install the laminating floors to this section over here. First I am doing the underlayment, laying the underlayment. It's a kind of plastic, so I had a leftover from other projects, so I laid this area and I'm gonna do this one. So I'm gonna connect this half and half here. I'm using tuck tape. Okay, I'm going to put this piece over here, then going to start the laminate flooring. Underlayment is done. Now it's ready for laminate flooring. I start laying the laminate flooring. To keep a space to the wall, I am using this paint stir sticks. So I just keep it like that, because need to have a space for expansion. These laminate floors are left over from another project, so I just using, but they are not in a good shape, some of them. Okay, now I need to measure a piece for the other side. So keep the space to the wall and get the measurements. Okay, let's go and cut a piece. So now you can see these are all laminate flooring. These pieces are not strong enough and broken. For cutting, I'm using regular meter saw. These pieces are broken, I have to remove it. installing the last piece. My next step is to install trims around the door frame. So I already cut these ones according to the length. So now I'm using my nailer, brad nailer, to nail the trims into the frame. I already put some nails to keep these trims on their positions, so I don't want to make a mistake. I'm going to install the baseboards. So I bought regular wood 1x3, so they are really nice, no damages or anything. So this is cheaper to use these regular wood than using the baseboard. They are so expensive. So my next job is to measure and cut this wood and install baseboards. I'm installing the baseboards right now. I already cut needed length, so now I'm nailing. Okay, now I need to do the all the corners. Now I am installing the corner trims. I did this side and this side. So now I'm keep continuing. First I cut the 90-degree angle. So you can see from here in the corner is 90-degree angle. All the corners are done. Now I need to do the middle parts over here. For the corners I use this triangle shape trims, and for the middles I'm using these flat ones. These are about $1.40 per 1 foot, and this one's about 1 foot $1.70. So for this small space I spend about $130 worth trims. So when you're doing the corners on the top, so you need to cut 90-degree angle. So I'm finishing the last steps. I am installing the trims around the window. First I cut this bottom piece like this, fit into that window frame, just like that. Okay, first I'm going to nail these ones. Okay, next job is to install the trims. These trims are real wood, so I don't want to make a mistake. It's a 1 foot is $269. There's a little mistake over here. Made a mistake on this nail. I have to remove it and redo it. I cut the nail. Made a mistake, so I have to redo the frame, so it's tiny bit. Okay, finally managed to do it nicely. Equal spacing between the frame edges. I'm going to install these aluminum corners to these corners here to avoid any damages and make it looks nicer. So these ones I bought it from Home Depot. It's 20 bucks each. So now I'm gonna cut this one to the length needed. I'm using manual metal cutting saw. Okay, I'm going to install these ones using screws. These are 4 by half inch screws. So first I need to make holes using the drills. Okay, I made a hole here. Now it's ready to put a screw. everything looks nice, all the corners, so it's good for protection from any damages. I'm installing the last trims for the wall. These are the stud marks over here, so supposed to be here. Okay, all the major parts are done. Now my next job is to fill these nail holes with wood filler and leave it for 1 day and sand it. Then it's ready to paint. I'm so happy with my work. You can see how beautiful is this room. I am using Wood Pro all-purpose wood filler. This is interior and exterior. Yesterday I put wood filler for these nail holes, so now it's dry. Now I am sanding those ones just to get the rough sand off a little bit, then the little soft sand and sand like that. So see, now it's almost invisible, so I need to keep continue. All the sanding is done. Now I am doing the vacuum cleaning using this big vacuum. My last step of the floor is to install this transition piece. You can see the new floor is little higher, so for a safety reason I have to install this one. This is already installed before. I had to remove it, So it usually how they do it, like install this metal piece to the floor and fix this one, but unfortunately when I was removing it was broken. Now what I'm going to do is nail, so I don't need this piece. To save the money, so I don't want to buy another new one. Okay, just like that. Oops. Okay, the nail holes are not visible, so it's really nice. Everything came really good. Now my next step is to paint the walls. I finished the room very successfully. This is the last job to paint. I am doing the stain. It's a wood stain. So what I'm doing, I'm using the brush to, this is the stain inside like liquid here. So I'll paint and wipe it off with the cloth. I'm doing a section at a time. I'll take a piece of cloth and wipe it off. Okay, I need to keep continuing. One issue with the wood filler, so after the staining, so the wood filler doesn't get exactly the color like the wood, so you can, it's visible. So also see over here you can see wood filling stain, so I have to find a solution for that. doing the last part of the ceiling. Okay, done. So everything came really nicely. So the next job is to paint the door frames with white paint. I am doing the second coat. So I ran out the stain. I have to bring another one. This is wood stain golden oak. So this tiny one is $17. It's always better to buy a bigger ones, but I don't need that many. So I'm finishing right now the second coat, last section. Okay, all the staining is done. Everything came really nice. So the next step is to paint the door frame. Last thing is I'm going to install this flush mount LED light. It came like that. To install, first you need to remove this cover like that, then put the screws and connect the wires. Okay, let's get started. First I'm going to uninstall this temporary light. So I disconnect the temporary light. Now unscrew these screws. Now I'm going to connect these wires with these ones, black to black. And the white to white. And the green is the ground. So the wires are connected with the wire connectors. So now you can see those two screws. So what I'm going to do, these holes over here need to these holes need to align with these screws. So first I'm gonna put these wires inside. Okay, now I'm gonna align the screws. One here, you can see where it's going, and the other one here. So now I need to turn this way. Okay, so you can see this screw, one here. Now need to tighten up. So hand tight is good, no need to tighten too much. Okay, the last part is to put the cover back. Just slide in and turn like that. That's good. Okay, turn on the switch. Okay, see the bright LED light. So now the room is completed. So I finally finished this cabin extension very nicely with the plywood. You can see it. This is the exterior door used to be here, so I removed the door and add this extension. So all this plywood and wood construction and nicely window installed and the vinyl blinds, roof, ceiling is also plywood. So I just installed the LED light, so everything looks really nice. And this is the two-way switch here for the LED light. I'm so happy, everything came really nice. Thank you for watching.